Hi, this is Kathie from Craft with Kathie. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be using this beautiful distressed magnetic chalkboard and this phrase, do what is right, not what is easy. Certainly words to live by, but probably more apropos during this time of chaos that we are facing than in any other time. I've marked on the back the name of the transfer, and I'm going to remove the backing from the transfer and place it on my fuzzing cloth so that I could deliberately add some lint or fuzz, if you will, to the back of the transfer, which is adhesive, so that it doesn't stick quite as snugly to my board. Depending upon what surface you're putting your transfer on, you may need to fuzz more or less. Chalkboard, I usually fuzz about 3 times. Glass, mirror, metal, maybe 4, 5, 6 times. The idea is you want to be able to lift the transfer off of the surface without having to tug at it too strongly. And you want to be careful not to get your transfer to stick to itself like I just did. If you do, run it under water or gently nudge it apart. Never tug or pull at your transfer because it is like a fabric. It's made out of vinyl and silkscreen. And by pulling it on the bias, you could actually stretch it. So this is the nice board that I'm going to place this transfer on. Just going to center it a little bit. So that's still pretty dang sticky there. Our transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times depending upon care. And then I want to smooth it out, making sure that there are no air bubbles. I have a little air bubble here. Let me lift it up and straighten just the bottom portion. Ooh, that's sticking very tightly. Okay. I usually feel with my fingers and then also eyeball it. If there's a bubble under the teal part of the transfer, that's fine because that's the vinyl, but we don't want an air bubble underneath the silkscreen, which is the clear area of the transfer. And I am going to actually do this in, I don't know why I always have a problem with the name of the sea foam mist. And as I just stuck my finger right into the chalk paste, give me a sec to clean it off. Our chalk paste is liquid, goes on liquid, dries hard, but can be removed from chalkboards and many surfaces with just water and a paper towel. So I've already stirred my paste to make sure it's the consistency of sour cream or yogurt. And I'm putting some on my surface. I think I might need a little bit more here because there is quite a bit of silkscreen on this transfer. And then I'm going to smooth it across the silkscreen using a somewhat firm pressure, just making sure that I get full coverage here. Well, looks like I might actually need a little bit more here. Oops, I want to make sure I don't drip. So I smooth it over the silkscreen. Making sure there are no lines and that everything has gone through the silkscreen portion. And then once I've done that, look at, I have a little stubborn area here. There we go. I missed it with the chalk paste. Got it now. Then I go back, making sure there's no lines and removing any excess chalk paste and returning it to the jar. As you can see, a little bit of paste goes quite a long way. I have a little bit of lines here. Let me clean that up. Okay, oops. Not quite sure what's going on there. Okay. And then I'm going to lift up the transfer. You always want to lift from top, bottom, left or right, so that you don't stretch the transfer. And you want to try and pull it up in like a 90-degree angle. Then I'm going to put this in a water bath, remove the excess ink, clean it off with a wipe, let it dry, and then put it back on its backer, and I'll be done. There you go. Apropos for this time that we're living in, do what is right, not what is easy. Stay home. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Do what you need to do to be safe. I wish you all well. Thank you so very much for watching. Have a wonderful life.